And fellow YouTubers, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Chillin with Da Pool. I'm your host with the most, Pirate Master Deadpool Supreme, here alongside my exquisite co-host, Adam Warlock. Greetings and salutations, honored YouTubers. Welcome to another thrilling, wait, what are we calling this again? It's currently a live stream. Duh. Get with the times, Adam. Never mind. Yeah, as you can tell, he is a man of few words. Anyway, today we'll be taking a break from both Marvel and DC and diving right into the universal world of dynamite as we continue the adventures of what I call the latest in breakout reboots. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you, ta-da! Captain Planet, the modern edition, mind you. Yep, this series is everything you could ever want for in a reboot. It's set in the modern day, plus, as I said in the episode's description, it bolsters the Planeteers' individual backgrounds and just some ever so slightly, but still becomes much more enjoyable and endearing to read. Plus, I can just imagine the cast of the original Captain Planet TV series just reading lines, especially from these comics. Can you just imagine that? I mean, come on, it would be so absolutely perfect. As you can tell, they gave Captain Planet a nice little makeover himself too. No longer with the cheap '80s mullet, but instead something more mature and grandiose for an elemental guardian and/or avatar of the Earth itself. With all that said, let's get started then, shall we? Just one second. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, just had to adjust the heating and ventilations. Anyway, as you can tell, Captain Planets had a history with protecting the Earth as well as the High Priests of Earth. And it's not really a cult, mind you, but it's almost a religion that dedicates to the Earth, minus the cult zealotism. It's just it's a shared belief that we should protect the people and the Earth. You know, nothing cult-like, nothing too religious, just a basic elemental principle. Oh, rolling an eye says hello. Anyway, there's been throughout the ages from Pompeii, 7 AD, from the South China Sea, South China Sea, 1377 AD, even in Kenya, 1915. Across the millennia, the Guardian and High Priests have vowed to protect the Earth and its inhabitants. And if you can hardly tell, these are the elemental rings. I tell you, trust me, when I first saw these, I thought they were the Infinity Stones. I mean, it almost looks this way the way it's possessed and stuff like that. And everything. So as you can tell, the High Priest guy has been captured by the Planeteers' arch-enemy, Lucian Plunder, who is like the main antagonist. The main antagonist of the whole Captain Planet series. Of course, he is in defiance and everything. Oh, what's this? And okay, so okay, yeah. Anyway, as I was trying to say. Anyways, Lucian Plunder is trying to interrogate Gaia, but unfortunately, it's not going to work. As we have, as you can see over here, Guami was actually a former soccer player, but unfortunately, after a sprained knee and everything, his soccer days are behind him. And of course, her name's Guy. She was a marine biologist and a big fan of his football career. Or should I say, soccer career, I should say. Everyone else, foreign seas, calls it football. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does. Anyway, she kind of feels self insecure about her shark backpack. And everything, but Kwame actually takes a liking to her, and unfortunately, they've been unfairly arrested by the New York's 86th Division for and everything. So as you can tell, this is probably kind of like anti-police, or at least anti-corrupt police, so to speak. Then, of course, we get to everyone's favorite Planeteer, Linka Sokolova. Okay, I really apologize for butchering the Russian pronunciations, but I'm not really key on that. Anyway, in this variation, she's actually the daughter or ogla of a Russian oil magnate. But she also associates herself with this with an environmental thing, trying to help balance out against her father's company's oil drilling ways, because deep down she really does care about the safety and the environmental safety of planet Earth. And it's like, and as you can tell, the parentheses, this is also translated from Russian. Just giving you a heads up. His whereabouts. Apparently, her father's name is Alexander Sokolov. I've clearly don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm doing the very best I can. And it's like, of course, the Russian driver, her limo driver, tries to convince her to stop associating herself with the rabble. Otherwise, but as you can tell, her heart is definitely in the right place, and she will fight for her cause. She's pretty much an environmental activist and freedom fighter, in a way. So she's got that fiery spirit, all right. And speaking of fire, we have James Wheeler, who was originally the pyrokinetic Planeteer himself. He's all the way from Detroit, Michigan. And, of course, assuming that he finds his way to New York City along with Might E. The fire bearer himself. As Wheeler tries to make his way through the protest crowd, his elemental ring accidentally sets fire to a police car and, unfortunately, causes a riot. He bumps into Linka, and it's like, hey, why is it got to be so gorgeous? You can definitely tell that this was hinted at from them, because, for those of you who haven't watched the show or are still new to it, Linka and Wheeler definitely had this ongoing relationship. Fire needs air to function, and air pretty much suffices on its own. These two pretty much complement each other perfectly. And besides, beneath both of their initial gruff beats a heart of gold. It's like, if that's what you call a pickup line, you slow-witted American. Yep, definitely a Russian, all right. Consider me not interested. And of course, with Kwame and Guy find themselves locked up in the back of a police van. But luckily, Kwame uses his elemental power of Earth to accelerate vegetative biomass. You can definitely tell that Guy is definitely a science nerd at heart, but she definitely knows her stuff, especially in earth and water. See, this is what I loved about the series. They really go on. They didn't really do enough by showcasing the powers in the TV show. I don't know, maybe because it was like rated G or something, but whatever. But in the comics here, this really without getting too graphic or violent, they really leaned all in by showcasing the full powers of these elemental rings. They're more than just constructs and shoot lasers. These actually are directly connected with the environmental aspects of all of existence. Just think about that for a second. You have control over the entire elements of the Earth. And of course, and check this out. This is what I loved most. She forms a tornado, and he has fire bending around it. I call it the Flame-nado. If they combined their powers, not to summon Captain Planet, but just in combat, like mix and match and stuff, these guys would be hella powerful. So think about it, a Flame-nado. I mean, a whole typhoon tornado made entirely of fire. Can you believe that? I mean, how badass do you think this would be? And he's like, listen, lady, I swear this is one big understanding. He's like, you accidentally turn a peaceful protest into a blazing inferno? Not a chance, American. I know how to deal with agitators like you by taking no prisoners. Oh, yeah. Look at that. These two are actually bound. Look at that. Brief contact right here of a Flame-nado. How cool is that? And of course, Lucian decides to doesn't really show his hand, but he casts the metaphysical die and sends his agents out to contain them. And of course, now, like every superhero confrontation, these guys end up fighting each other. It's like, hey Ruski, wanna switch dance partners? Duh, only if you call me Linka. Deal. You're a hot-headed American. Love it or leave it, you scrawny twerp. It's like, who are you calling Geek Squad Goth Queen? You can definitely tell these I think everybody agrees that they like their protagonists with a bit more bite to them. And check it out. Ma-T, or I think that's how you pronounce it, anyway, uses his power of heart as an emotional telepathy. Telepathy to get everyone on to translate their languages and to speak on the same plane. It's like, I wield the power of heart. And as you can tell, everybody all gets together. It's like, you got the power of fire, like Wheeler, Linka, Guy, Kwame, and Mati. All introduce themselves with the powers of the heart. But apparently, Commander Bleak, Lucian Plunder's top lieutenant, uses a form of Iron Man-esque mandroids to try to contain them. They try fighting back at first, but their titanium is reinforced tungsten. I think it's some form of titanium which is officially temperature-proof. They try to fight back as best they could. Oh, and apparently, Wheeler, Linka, and Wheeler definitely got that chemistry going on for them. You really do care about me, don't you, sweet cheeks? Try calling me that again, and I'll toss you back at the robots. Yep, you can definitely tell these two got a lot going on for each other. And with no other options left, the Planeteers decide to combine their powers and unleash the ring's true ultimate champion, Captain Planet. It's like, from the very beginnings of life itself, there have always been two champions, but now I see how much this world has changed since I left, and perhaps we will forge a new path together. And of course, he says, I failed Gaia once before, and I swore in my life I will not let this world down. They call me the Elemental Guardian. Oh, and then he says with this his trademark catchphrase, with your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. And if you want to get to these kids, you'll have to go through me to do it. And that's pretty much it. It's a very short comic, but it's very digestible. Digestible pieces. It introduces the Planeteers and Planeteers, bolsters their characters up, and showcases them actually working together to unite. I think this could have been good for a decent pilot episode from the original series, but then again, maybe that's just me. And that's pretty much it for today's episode. Sorry if it happened to be a very short one, but we'll be tuning in either this coming Monday for an all new episode. What will we be reviewing that day? Will it be Marvel? Will it be DC? Or will it be something extraordinary like Captain Planet here? Only time will tell. Well, that's all the time we have for today, true believers. And until Monday or next time, I'm Pirate Master Deadpool Supreme. And I am Adam Warlock. And I must say, this Captain Planet fellow really speaks to me. The champion of all of life and of creation. I can definitely see myself getting behind him. I mean, I wield one world's version of the Infinity Gauntlet, and apparently people tend to call me in the comments as a glam rock space wizard. I have no idea what that means, but I'm starting to warm up to the idea. So yeah, I think I can see myself drawing closer to this avatar of planetary creation. What do you think? What do you think, Wade? You're quite right there. I think that you and Captain Planet would get along like a house on fire. No pun intended, of course. Wink. But anyway, we're just about out of time for today's episode, so don't forget to tune in on Monday when we review something extra special. Until then, true believers, Excelsior!